I hate making the same changes over and over again. For example, every time I go to the print dialog box, I have to choose a printer, I have to go through each and every one of these panes to make sure that it's set up correctly, and that just gets really tedious. It's especially painful if you have 2 or 3 different printers that you constantly print to, because you're forever making changes. So that's where print presets come in handy. I mentioned print presets very briefly in the Essential Training title, and I showed how you can click on Save Preset and then give it a name. My Dell printer. And you click OK, and now that shows up here in the Print Preset pop-up menu that you can later choose from. That saves pretty much everything in the print dialog box inside this one print preset. So when you choose it, you get all of those settings and you're good to go. Now, I would be remiss in my duty if I didn't tell you about a little secret Easter egg that snuck into InDesign. Easter eggs are just kind of fun, undocumented features. And Adobe snuck this one in because you might know that in Quark Express there was a mean alien, and this little Martian creature could walk out onto the page and delete stuff from your page. And it was, that was Quark's Easter egg. I thought that was very funny. But the folks at Adobe said, we want an alien too. We want one, but we want a kinder, gentler alien. So they snuck one into the print dialog box, and I can show it to you here. All you have to do is click on Save Preset and name a preset. Doesn't matter what the settings are. Just name it Friendly Alien. That's all you have to do. Click OK, and now you have a Friendly Alien print preset. And as long as that is selected in the print preset pop-up menu, you can click in the little print proxy area in the lower left corner of the page. And when you do that, you get a little friendly alien. Hello. It's fun that the folks at Adobe snuck that in there. It's a little friendly alien. Now, I mentioned earlier that not everything is saved inside a print preset, just most of the stuff in here. So let me cancel out of here and show you how you can tell what is saved and what's not. I'm going to go to the File menu and choose Print Presets, the submenu, and then you can see that all of your print presets are listed here, and we can also choose Define. The Define dialog box lets us go in and edit or create new print presets. For example, you could edit the default print preset, the one that appears every time you open the print dialog box. I'm going to edit my Dell printer. Click Edit, and first of all, I'll capitalize Dell because what was I thinking? And you can change all kinds of things here. For example, you could say, every time I print with this print preset, I want it to print 3 copies of the document. And, that's your prerogative. You could do that if you want to. What you cannot do is specify a page range. You can't say, I only want to print pages 5 through 7. And, personally, I wish they would let you do that. There are some workflows where that would be useful. But in this case, you cannot do that. But you can specify most of the other things. For example, page size, marks and bleed, advanced. I'll change this to high resolution because I always want to be printing with a high resolution to this printer, for example. You can see that my other flattener settings snuck in here. Those are the ones that I created in the previous movie. Great. I'll click OK. And I'm going to click OK here from after I've made my changes. And I want to point out just a couple things about the Print Presets pop-up menu, this little flyout submenu, whatever you want to call it. One thing is, if I choose one of these from this menu, one of my print presets from the menu, it will open the print dialog box and it will go directly to that print preset, which that could be useful if you have a lot of print presets, I suppose. But what's really cool about this is if you hold down the Shift key when you choose one of these, then it bypasses the print dialog box entirely. It just prints it with that print preset. So that's really cool and very handy if you're printing stuff all day long. Building a few print presets is one simple way that you can minimize the tedious work you have to do and increase your efficiency. I'll be covering even more automation features in the following movies.